Don't listen to people who want to bash you down or think that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Listen to yourself, believe in yourself, and you're gonna make it. Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I wanted to make a video about the most common questions I have been receiving in the Microsoft's Coast to Coast networking event. This event took place in the last 2 weeks where we went from different schools all around Canada, from all the way to the East Coast to the West Coast. And we had the chance to connect with hundreds and hundreds of students from universities all across. And these universities range from U of T to McGill to Carleton to SFU to UBC, you name it, you were all there. And I had an amazing time meeting all of you and connecting with you on LinkedIn, as well as being able to answer your questions. So the reason why I'm making this video, I got a list of the most common questions I was asked in each and every single session. And I wanted to compile that to make a video to share with everyone the answers that I have been giving out the most often and most frequently. And hopefully this helps you out. The number one most common question I got asked is that, do you need to know how to code to join Microsoft? And I can't begin to tell you how many people have asked me the same question in every single breakout room I joined and every single university. This was a common question across the board in all universities I've had the chance to connect with students. The answer is, if you're going to be interviewing or applying for a role that requires you to have coding experience, then yes, you do need some level of coding experience to join Microsoft. However, if you're applying for all the other various roles that are available to Microsoft, like account executive roles, solution specialist, the customer success account managers, all these amazing roles we offer, they don't require coding experience. And the follow-up question I get asked is that, how do you prove that you are a technical person or you're interested in technology if you don't have any experience backing it up? And Microsoft knows this. The recruiter knows this, the hiring manager knows this. You're not going to be a person full of knowledge going into the company. What you can showcase, and this is the same advice I've been giving out on these sessions, is that showcase that you are willing to learn and grow. Try to show examples of your work experiences where you showcase that you were able to solve a problem quickly, or you were able to leverage technology in some form to solve any issues, or in general how you're interested to upskill. And the best example I've given, and I've made a video about this, is the certifications. So if you don't have any experience backing up your love for tech or your enthusiasm for it, try and do a certification in any of the products Microsoft has to offer. And that in itself will showcase that you're willing to learn, willing to grow, and are interested in the technology provided by Microsoft. The second question I get asked most frequently is, does your university experience and your major matter? And now I feel very, very strongly about this because throughout my life at UBC, even before that, I was, put in a box that your university degree is everything and you are only confined to the major, and that major will sort of predict what jobs you are getting. And it really hits home for me because I thought that for my entire life at university that I would only be able to apply for those specific arts major jobs. I come from the Faculty of Arts at UBC, so for me, I always thought that I was only going to be able to apply for those specific jobs. So when anybody asks me the question, does your major matter when applying, I tell them that no, it doesn't matter. And yes, I am oversimplifying, and that's when I tell them to look at the job description and the requirements for the role. But overall, if you're applying for a big tech company, understand that there are so many roles available. It's mind-blowing how many career opportunities you might actually have in a big tech company. It's a corporation, you have various roles, so you don't have to have computer science, even business experience to apply for these roles. I come from a full arts degree, and I made it. I got in. I did the interviews. I applied for the role. I would encourage everyone to apply regardless of it. And what's the worst that can happen? Like, seriously, what's the worst that can happen? You don't get the job? Sure, you move on to the next role, the next company, the next position. It doesn't matter. If I didn't take the risk of applying to any and every role in my first, second, third, fourth year, I wouldn't be able to make this video today explaining that, hey, your university experience is not like the be all and end all of your career. I feel very passionate about this subject because for a long time, I really boiled myself down to that specific category of jobs I could be part of, or that career path, or that dream and that vision. And to be honest, you make your life, you make your own journey, you make your own experiences, and put your resume in any doorstep. And if anybody is willing to give you the opportunity, then definitely that's going to be a win for you. And you can make a video about this for more people to showcase that it doesn't matter what your degree says. If you're really passionate, if you want to get the job done, if you are willing to take the opportunity, it can happen. Okay, that was a very long-winded answer, but I felt passionate about that. And I've given this massive speech to probably everyone who I've spoken to in these networking events that apply regardless. Okay, so next question I get asked the most: what is a solution specialist? Now, I've made a full video on this on my channel, so I've posted the link down below. It'll probably show up at the end of the video as well. So if you're interested to know what I do at Microsoft, what my role entailed, how I got the job, I have a whole list of videos on my channel as well. I'll make better refined videos as I get more comfortable with the role. I'll be able to provide more insights. But for now, that's an introductory video about what I do at Microsoft. So definitely go check that out. My video got cut off, so I will repeat the last question again. I'm sorry if the angles have changed a bit. I apologize. Basically, the last question I get asked the most often is, what do I have to do to get an interview at this company? And the company can be Microsoft, the company can be any company. And it's a very hard question to answer. And I feel the people who've asked me this question, because I was exactly in this spot a year and a half ago. And I was the one asking people the same question, that how do I get the interview? And whenever they used to give me these responses, I used to just be mad. I'm like, oh, like they just don't want to help me out. They're just being like selfish. They are probably not wanting to help out the person who's in need of help. Now that I look back, the advice they gave was pretty solid. Answer to the question is, and overall the best answer I can provide for that question, which I've told to all the people I've networked with, is that whatever is in your control, you have to be able to perfect that. And that is everything up to the point of applying. And that is your resume, perfecting your resume to match the job description, applying to the company early. And I've told this to every single person I've had communication with, is to apply to the company you're applying for as early as possible. In fact, even if your resume is not as perfect as you would like it to be, and you want to spend another 2 weeks on it, another 3 weeks on it, another month on it, and you want to perfect it to apply for the company, I will still say apply with a less perfect resume, but apply early. All the people who have reached out to me on LinkedIn about getting interviews for Microsoft, they have told me that they have applied to the positions usually a week after or a week or 2 weeks, or even like max 3 weeks after the posting was put on the website. So what that shows is that if you apply early, it is more likely the recruiter is to see your resume and call you for the first round of interviews. And if you check my first video I made on interviewing and how I got my role, or the process of interviewing, you are going to notice that it is a very long process. Usually it starts 6 to 8 months in advance. You have a couple of rounds of interviews. And for that purpose, these companies want to have the process earlier on, so it's easier for them on the operational basis of like figuring out when to schedule these people, when the hiring managers are available. It's a lot of back-end process to get these interviews up and going. So that third point is that the point that I hated to hear when people told me is that a lot of it has to do with timing and luck, and that is just a matter of fact. And the way you increase your luck in the job search process and the interviewing process is to apply to as many companies as possible. You can't place all your bets on one company that they're going to be the ones calling you for that interview. You can't place all your bets on Microsoft. I applied to so many companies, hundreds of internships, hundreds of interviews, and I happen to have this opportunity. So the best advice I can give is do what's in your control. Fix your resume, that's in your control. Apply early, that's in your control. And also place your bets in various companies to get that interview, or get those like multiple interviews before you can secure your job. Just to keep in mind that this is literally my point of view and my advice from what I've experienced from my last couple of months of being in the company, and also my internship last year. These things help out, and if I knew these things earlier on, I would have probably set my expectations a bit better in my first, second, third year. But don't have self-limiting beliefs. I love preaching this to everyone, and I really believe that. Don't have self-limiting beliefs. Being in your degree program, if you're not in the top university, if you don't have the top major in your university, all of that can make you feel like you have self-limiting ideas about yourself. Don't listen to people who want to bash you down or think that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Listen to yourself, believe in yourself, and you're gonna make it at some point or the other. If you put in the hard work, if you do the task, if you follow these steps, you will land that position, you will land that job, you will land that career. And if not, a better opportunity will arise for you, and something you wouldn't even expect. And I look forward to meeting more of you in these interviews. And I look forward to meeting more of you, not in these interviews, in these networking sessions. And I hope I can give you the courage and the motivation to keep going, to keep applying. And if I can help you out anyway, I'll definitely do that. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, week, year, month ahead. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye-bye.